Hey everybody, labs.net. I'm going to be introducing you to showing you how to have, in my case, a Mac OS X host using VirtualBox virtualization with a Windows 7 guest virtual machine. In that virtual machine, we will have IQFeed, QCollector, and being able to share the data from the virtual machine on Windows and sharing that folder in my Mac OS X host environment. So the first thing you need to do is I'm going to provide a link here that will show you how to set up this environment. So in my case, I'm using VirtualBox. As I said, I've got Mac OS X as my host operating system. Over here in my virtual machine, my VirtualBox, I have a Windows 7 virtual machine running. Now, this link will walk you through how to set up a virtual machine in Windows on a Macintosh OS X environment. Now, this can be done on any kind of environment, be it a Linux with Windows virtual machine or just native. I don't even know why you'd be watching the video if you're just running a native Windows environment. So this is for people that are running either a Linux host or a Mac host, trying to get their their IQFeed data off of Windows. Now, I've looked at other methodologies like the Wine project to get that working. No go for me. I was thinking of maybe developing a communication layer between my virtual machine and my host environment, and just use something like a 0MQ to build a message queue. I said, screw that, it's too much work. So I'm going to do it the easy way by sharing a folder within my virtual box. So let me show you what we're doing. So if you come under my Quant Labs playlist here, just come under playlists, look for IQFeed, the playlist. In there, you're going to get a variety of tools that will help you out here. So once you get an active IQFeed account, only that you can really run on Windows, and you also need to buy QCollector. Now, I've got all the different videos here that introduce you to both IQFeed as well as QCollector. Where's my QCollector? I've got a video on there somewhere. Well, just so you know, this is how you spell it. There you go, QCollector right here. So I'm going to introduce you to that. So as you can see, I'm running obviously Mac OS X. So let's go over to our VirtualBox. Now you need to set up your virtual machine, whatever Windows, as long as it can run IQFeed, you're doing A-OK so far. So once you get your virtual machine running, what you need to worry about is basically a couple things. You install your client, your Windows client, download IQFeed client by downloading it. Let's see here. Also, you can use QCollector, the software. There's a trial edition you can try out. It's very limited. You can get maybe play with 5 stocks, as long as you have an active IQFeed subscription. And this is QCollector. So once you get all that set up, again, to set all that up, all these videos will walk you through that. Pretty cool. Okay, so let's get into QCollector. Now this is the virtual machine, you can tell, running Windows 7. Now, hopefully you watched that video I showed earlier. There's different ways to set up your QCollector. This is what I do in my VirtualBox. In my settings in the VirtualBox, if you come under shared folder, you'll see here I've set up on my Macintosh here this folder to be shared in my Windows environment. So if I navigate to that folder, which is a VirtualBox underscore share, VirtualBox underscore share, these are the documents that that are shared both obviously between my Windows and my Mac. Cool. So if I go into my virtual machine here, what you'll have is now the ability to download data, real-time or historical data. We've talked about that with IQFeed. I've looked at other data providers, and no one, I swear to God, no one comes close to what IQFeed provides. It is stellar, great customer service, fairly affordable, blah, blah, blah. Just watch the playlist to see why I use IQFeed. I have no affiliation with them. I don't get compensated for sending people over, but I do really like them. And we've got all kinds of videos on IQFeed, all in here. Okay? And unfortunately, it's Windows only. And as I said, they supposedly say it is supported in the Wine project, so you can run Windows applications on both Mac and Linux. I've tried both, and it's very flaky. And I still, to this day, can't get IQFeed running in Wine using either Mac or Linux. So no offense to the Wine project, but I'm not going to waste my time with it. So I figured this is the next best solution. Okay, back to the VirtualBox. So here we are in the VirtualBox, or sorry, QCollector, well, in the virtual machine. And it's all ready to go. We have the IQFeed launcher. You can tell that it's running because it's the start IQ link is disconnected. And yeah, it's running. So let me just show you what I mean. I'll download Autodesk. So do a right click here, or the equivalent of it. I just do collect selected item. And there is Autodesk collected. And if I open up the folder where that gets sent over to, this is the actual file that we just created. So if I open up WordPad, this is a big file. Here's all the data. All going all the way back. I think there's 1 minute data back to 2011. Again, go through that playlist to fully understand how all this works. With QCollector, this is going back many years that I've got this working, and it still consistently works today. All right, so that is just QCollector within QCollector. Now, what we're going to do now is we're going to have a new portfolio. This right here is a portfolio. So if you come under here, new, and create a new ASCII portfolio, which this test is, that's cool. But now I can create a new tick data or minute bar or whatever. So I'll just do minute bar. My symbol I'll say is just randomly IBM. I can put it whatever frequency I want of 1 minute all the way down to monthly. Set a starting period as far back as I want. Okay, so we'll just go back to September 1st, let's say. And some other fancy schmancy stuff. So I'll create that. And now what I'll do is I'll collect that selected item. Now you can see it's kind of working. Well, let's check out a folder. No different than I showed before. By open the data folder. And for some reason it takes a little bit of time, or I don't know what's going on, but here's the Apple one I created earlier. But let's see. For some reason, sometimes, I don't know if there's a delay or something's going on here. Let me see if we have any info in our. So let's just assume we've got Apple that we just I did earlier. I'll show you that for now. Something just happened there. I just saw IBM. Let's see here. There you go. There's IBM. I just need to refresh it, I guess. So here's the IBM file. Guess was it 30-minute data I did? yeah, 30-minute data. But here's all the data. This can be read into Excel, so on and so forth. Again, go through the playlist, the video playlist, to get the proper configurations. Now, this is the cool part. You're probably guessing it's now available in my Mac environment. So what does that mean? Well, now that I have QCollector has created this file in that shared folder, I can now have all my Mac processes, like applications, be it Java, even Python, or C++, or whatever language, be able to read that folder because it's available on my Mac. So there you go. So we've now have the ability to create all our available data, historical data, in the QCollector in a virtual machine, Windows based. Now, if I want to stream the data, I can do that as well. So let's say I'm going to create a tick file for tick data. I'm going to call it Yahoo. So we're starting here on January 10th, 2016. I talk about the naming convention on these files, and we'll just add. Okay. Was that a valid? Okay, so let's start collecting this. This is real-time data now. Now I've shown you the historical. So, oh, no, let me stop there. We didn't want that. I wanted to collect the individual item. Collect selected item. Okay, so if I go into the real-time tab here, let me see if I can set up collect. Did I just run that again? I don't want that. We want our collect selected item. Okay. Okay. You know what? Let me see if I can set up a symbol here. I can't remember how. I haven't looked at this in a while. So see here, I can set up the interval. So I could set it up to go in every second or so. I think I gotta drag it over. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna set this up every, I don't know, 5 seconds or so. Just set it up to do 5 seconds. Yeah. Okay. So let me. Do we have that file created? No. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to. I don't think we can enable sound in the virtual machine. I'm sure I could, but it does get annoying. Let's see here. Let me try to set it up and run. Okay. And give it a couple of seconds here. So depends. Let me see if I'll have to refresh. There is something in Yahoo. Okay, I always look at the timestamp of, or is that going to be good enough? So we do have data. It is running every 5 seconds or so. Another way to see if that data is getting added is based upon the size. So it's 5394. Let's see after 5 seconds if it does increase. And I do show this in one of the videos in the video playlist on how to retrieve tick data. As I said, I could set this for every second, but in my case, I mean, that's for retail traders, it's kind of overkill. There are other ways to do that using the API in IQFeed. I've shown various different demos of that using Java, something called a Java streamer, which is really good. And that is pretty solid. Now, is our data getting collected? I know this works. So let me just see here. if this will work or not. It's a very basic Windows installation. I don't want Office running, so there's no Excel. Or there is. It looks like there is, but it doesn't work. I've uninstalled it. Okay, let's just see how far back we go, or most recent. So, okay, yeah, here. I wish there was a smarter way. Okay, so we're 111 at 1509. Does that make sense? 1948. Let me just see and watch what happens on the Mac side. So here's our text file. You can see it's at 1:33 a.m. Let's see if this actually 5.5. I can open up this file with, let me see here, open with Excel. Excel. Okay, there's Excel. Let's see what happens here. Now you gotta remember, this is gonna lock the file, so QCollector may squawk. So let's see. Okay, so we're at 111/1948 seems to be the last entry we have. Maybe I should get a better asset that's going to be a lot more, has more volume, because it's after hours, as you know. That could be part of the problem as well. So if I go back into my virtual, okay, let me add the SPY. That's a pretty liquid one. Tick data. I'm going to do SPY. Use end data, all hours, intraday session times, all hours. That's correct. Okay. Invalid. Ew. Oh, that's right. There's a spider S&P 500. So let me see if I can add that. And let's see if I'm doing anything wrong. Update with history first. No, we don't care about that. Run. Let's see if anything's running. So we are connected. Are we connecting anything with our data? Let's see if our folder's being updated. Our file. Let's go back and refresh. There is data for SPY. You see how fast it collects the data as well. I mentioned that in the video. So here's our SPY. Geez. We're going to have the same problem as before, trying to open a simple file. Let's see what happens here. Guess we can close the Yahoo one. Ties up the machine, as you can imagine. This is one big file, I can tell. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Come on, baby. I'm probably going to have to find a way to probably run a Linux process, like a tail or something, to just retrieve only the last set of files here. Let me just go to the end here. So we are January 11th. Wow. So these are all the ticks available. 1959 is the last time. Let me just do, okay, so let me just get that marked off. Okay, so let me reopen the file. And that is 603. Let me just make note of that because I have a very bad memory. And we'll just check to see if any new records have been added. 603.141. That's what we're talking about there. And we open the file and see if any new ticks have been added over the last few seconds. Okay. So let's check it out again. No. Damn. Okay, let's do this again in Excel. Oh, no, I don't want that. I'm on my Mac. Okay. Open. I can see my system's getting tied up. All right, so we're opening up another Excel process. Boy, yeah, my system's getting tied up here pretty good. Configuration on this is not... Okay, we got something happening in Excel. Okay, so it's opening it up right now in Excel. So here is our last row. Come on, baby. Let's see what you're doing. You see the file's quite big, but I can easily watch this file by running a tail process in my Linux through a terminal session. So let's see what happens here. So let's do a comparison. So we can see our last one was 603.141, so nothing's been added. Okay. But it should get updated if this process is running and working, which it should in the background. But I know it can run, but I just want to give you an overview of how this completely works with a shared folder between a virtual machine with Windows as a guest and then having, in this case, a Mac as the host. So I think I should open this up one more time to see if, let me just do another run here and see what happens. He's not collecting any tick data here. Let's see the last time it wrote to the file. So SPY 1037. Gotta keep updating. So last time it got updated was 6 minutes ago. But it does work, or it should work. I just want to show that to you. It's a pretty good, easy way to set up both on a Windows with, again, IQFeed as well as the host with Mac. And you could, as I said, you could easily do that with Linux, or you should be able to, something like with Ubuntu. Hope that helps you out, and you have a good day. Bye.